Welcome to this beautiful, sacred, healing, and powerful conversation. And today I can say that the ancestors are well pleased because I am here reunited with my sister, my friend, my mother, daughter, auntie,
all those things.
all of those things. And my beautiful client, who I am so proud of, so very proud of this woman that you see before you, Goddess Tracey Bryant Swint, who is a mover and a shaker, who is a woman who makes things happen. This is a self-made woman who came from, people would say came from nothing and built up everything, but we didn't come from nothing because we come from a very rich heritage and yes, and everything that this woman does, she is not only healing those who came before but those who come after. Her focus happens to be the womb, the sacred womb care, womb healing, and womb love. But those who know that when we focus on clearing and healing the womb, we clear and heal everything in our own bodies and in society. So welcome, Goddess Tracey.
I'm so glad to be back in your space. I mean, this is what, our third or fourth interview? Like, yes. We've been throughout the years, you've seen me like really evolve, and I've seen you evolve. And we have reinvented ourselves many times over. And it's so beautiful what you're doing, because that's what you're teaching women. You're teaching women the art of reinvention. Yes. All the time.
Yes.
And it's okay for us to reinvent ourselves. We don't have to be her from last year. We can always recreate a new goddess.
Yes.
Anytime we choose, So yes. Thank you for allowing me to be here and share your space again.
Oh, tell it, sis. Tell it, please. We're different than we were 3 minutes ago when we started this conversation.
Okay. Yes, like I wasn't thirsty a minute ago. Now I'm thirsty.
Exactly. Yes. So let's begin by you telling everybody what your spiritpreneur business is. Tell us about your business, which really is a movement that you have created.
Yes, well, this business, this is a recreation. I started off in sacred sexuality, which is still very closely related to what it is we're doing with womb care, because I'm tapping more into the sensual, and us being women in actually connecting with all of our senses, igniting those senses, reactivating those senses, so that we can begin having a relationship with our wombs. Because many of us don't have a relationship with our wombs, only when we're having sex, pregnant, having a child, menstruating, or in pain. We're not taught to connect with her. And she holds all of our emotions. She holds our intuition. She is our actual psychic center. Like, you can go in a space or a place and feel something quickening in your stomach. That's your womb space. She's quickening, letting you know, like, okay, either fall back or this is a really good energy. You always feel it in your stomach. Say when you're first in love and you meet him and everything is going and shaking and moving and flowing, and you feel all them butterflies down there and you get all juicy and excited. Yes! She's telling you, yes, I want more.
Yes.
So, with me coming from the sacred sexuality piece and always incorporating sensuality into my work, I needed to do more on a healing element. I was doing the healing element from the sacred sexuality piece, but as I got to venturing and understanding that there's more than just pleasure, there's also another side which encompasses pain. And many of us have trauma from our womb space. And, over 59% of women have never had an orgasm. That bothers me. That bothers me too. We're not being empowered through our pleasure. And pleasure is empowerment. Okay? So with that, a lot of times we have blockages because of things that may have happened in our lives, some type of sexual trauma or abuse or verbal or emotional. Well, all of that got stored in our womb, and it's actually blocking a lot of our creative power, because our womb is the creative space. Okay, so with that creative power, that means we have to unblock our abundance, we have to unblock our creativity, our money, our prosperity, our unblock our feelings, giving us permission to feel, our fertility. And I don't just mean fertility as far as having children, fertility on all levels. As women, we are all fertile. So our movement, Love My Womb Academy's movement, is to actually help to heal the womb vibration, and so that we can increase it in order to heal the nation, because all spirits and souls come through the womb. Yes. We are right next to God in working with populating the earth. Yes. So in order for the new conscious beings to come, because they're here, they're coming, a new consciousness is here. So in order to do that, we must raise the vibration of the womb. Now with that, I am connecting with women, and women are connecting with me that want to be part of this journey. Now, what they first start off thinking is that they're just going to learn how to throw some herbs in a pot of water.
Right, because they've signed up for Womb Academy. Say the name of the academy again.
Love My Womb
Love
Academy.
My Womb Academy,
so
yes.
You affirm it when you say it. When you say it, you're affirming to yourself, love my womb. Every time you say it, you're affirming it. That's why I named it that. I said it has to be something that when women say it, they're going to be speaking it into existence, into themselves.
Yes.
So I didn't say love your womb. I didn't say love the womb. I said love my womb. So every time you're saying it, you're saying it to yourself.
The name is an affirmation. The name of the academy. Yes.
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 So that's part of where the creative blessing comes from, in the name. And you teach that as well. Mm-hmm. Branding, being smart about branding. So being really smart on when a person says the name, what does it make them feel? Okay, yes. So I'm loving my womb. All right. So now I'm connecting with other women who are like, wow, I think I want to learn that. You know, some women believe it's a fad. And really, this has...
Wait, hold up. Some women believe that what is a fad?
I believe that this whole womb consciousness, yoni consciousness is a fad. Like, oh, it just erupted and it's a fad.
No. Okay, good. Yes, you get in it because this is as ancient as time. You know, like I say that right now, you and I we look like we're here in the U.S. You look like you're down south and I'm up north, but we are on the banks of Senegal having a conversation as old as time. They started with women in red tents, you know. Having these conversations, and oh my goodness, please speak on it, sis.
Yes. All of our indigenous cultures and our mothers did this. Yes. You know, it's just now reawakening here to the West. But they're still doing it over in Bali. They're still doing it over in the Philippines. Yes. They're still doing it over in South America. They are still doing it in Suriname. It's
throughout the world. Yes.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have to be awakened if it wasn't suppressed. You know, the people from Suriname, that's my people. My Suriname was Dutch Guyana. My family's from Guyana. Yes. British Guyana formerly. Those are my people. Right. And we wouldn't have to be reawakening it if it wasn't shut down and suppressed, because it's so powerful. Yes. If it wasn't so powerful, people wouldn't have shut it down. Well, and so you are a pioneer in getting us back to what we know. If you're watching this and you're like, oh, this all feels familiar, it's because it is.
It is. You said it. If it feels familiar, it's because it is. And that's what women are connecting with me, where they're saying, like, I seen this or heard about this, and something in me, I just felt something. That's because they're remembering.
Yes.
They're remembering their great-grandmother's walk.
Yes.
Some woman in their line was a medicine woman.
Yes.
And when they see and hear this, it awakens the medicine woman DNA in them. Yes. So they're connecting with me and they're like, I want to just learn how to yoni steam. I want to learn how to vaginal steam. And I'm like, okay, come on over. And I love that part because they think they're just going to throw herbs in a pot of water. Oh, I'm going to learn how to throw herbs in a pot of water. I'm going to open up this disease spa, and I have all kind of women in there sitting on my pot, and they're going to be vaginal steam.
That's the gateway. That's the gateway drug.
The gateway, honey. That's the gateway. And they get in here and are like, ooh, I had no idea. It's so much more than throwing herbs in a pot of water. No, it is a holistic science to this. It deserves and it administers respect. Why? Because it is our mother's lineage coming through this work. And then we are dealing with herbs. We are dealing with nature. We are dealing with all of the elements. So we're becoming alchemists.
Yes.
We're becoming, so it's so much more than that. And then they learn about the womb conditions, such as fibroids, PCOS, endometriosis. They learn about, bacterial vaginosis, repeat yeast infections, things like that. They learn about these different womb conditions and what herbal therapies they can actually put together to help the women to release and heal. Now, that in itself is like an aha moment, because it's like, wow, now not only did they become awakened when they thought they heard about it and liked it, now they're in class being totally, all of their DNA centers are going, chick, 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 chick. It's unlocking. It's just unlocking. It's unlocking. And they're just sitting there going, I had no idea. Oh my God, it's so much bigger than this. It's so much bigger than me. Oh my God, I have to go out here and help. It's no longer about throwing herbs in a pot of water. Now what they say is, I have to go into my community and get my sisters and help them heal.
Yes.
It's no longer about throwing herbs in a pot of water. And then when you are client-centered, not money-centered,
yes,
client-centered, and that's what I teach, be client-centered, because clients walk in with money. Money doesn't walk in by itself.
yes.
Clients walk in with money, and guess what? Clients bring friends with money. So if you're client-centered, and if you are on top of your craft, and you hold quality, a great level of service and integrity, oh, you will be successful. We have over 650 students in 3 years.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
650 students in 3 years. We have 340 residential, matter of fact, 760 students. And we have 400 on the online course. We have online classes as well, like 5 other online classes. So we're like, yeah, we're really paving the way out here for this womb medicine. And I'm so grateful.
I am so grateful for you, because this is really just sacred work. This is incredibly sacred work that you're doing. And I know that, in the past that you have, you've been on TV, you're just, that the word is spreading woman by woman by woman. And I feel like it's just getting started for you. And so we're going to need another book, a book from you. We're going to need, yes. So as your coach, I'm putting you on the spot.
You put me on task.
I'm putting you right here on task. So when do we bring that into the agenda?
Well, I think I have to definitely go to Spirit and ask them to help me to time manage better.
Okay.
Because I'm going to need time for the book.
Yes, you are.
Yes,
you are.
And I'm right now looking for a great assistant. So I'm looking for a great assistant so that I can free up and have that time. You are like the 12th or 14th person who has said, asked me about a book within the last 2 months. So I know that.
So Spirit is nudging you. Yeah. And I know that you had a great person, a great assistant that you were working with before.
Yes.
And we've talked about that, like that, the need to bring in more people, more staff to support you in your vision.
Yes.
Because not only are you a community leader, but you're also a family leader. you've got grandkids, you've got, you know, a whole
Yeah.
tribe under you. And so, you know, I think that that's a great idea to make a priority, you know, not only bringing in a new assistant, but thinking of that assistant as perhaps a manager. You know, like
That's
bringing,
exactly
yes,
what I
that's
mean.
what you need. You need a
That's what
manager.
Mm-hmm.
So then you are free to continue to be fertile and creative with this book that we need.
Yes. And you know, the thing about assistant, I did have a great assistant. She was awesome for the season in which she was here. But we must be very aware when we choose an assistant that they have to assist you, and if they have an interest in their own thing, it can't counteract with yours.
Absolutely.
That's very important, because the assistant, she's my girl, I love her, but she also has her own vision. And with her own vision and me having my own vision, sometimes we would bump heads, because it'd be like she's off doing her own thing when I need her over here to help me, you know. So be very mindful of that, ladies.
Yes. That is really, really important, because a lot of times people like you who are spirit-led leaders, who are getting their downloads directly from spirit and then taking action, you know, forget about the business part. Or if you've got the business part and the spirit part, then we forget about the personal part, because it's a dance.
Yeah,
you know,
it is.
moving
Sacred
all
dance.
of that. Yes, a sacred dance. And so what advice do you have for other spiritpreneurs in terms of building their tribe, and how you've magnetized all of these women who are just the right women, who are then going to bring, you're just getting started. This is still very small compared to how massive this is going to be, you know? Yes.
You know, you're saying that now, and right now I feel like it's big. And that's because I need help.
Yes, yes.
But, you know, even with help, it's gonna grow and be even bigger. And just in 3 years, like, we are the #1 feminine health and wellness program. We are like nationally accredited and the only board certified.
Yes, say that again. Say that again.
Only board certified feminine health and wellness program in the country and abroad. And the fact that we have students from the UK, Africa, Holland, Suriname. I mean, we have students that are international, Australia, that literally get on a plane and come to the US to take classes with Love My Womb Academy and go back and open vaginal steam salons, womb and doing womb health, having sister circles and in the community, you know, being that womb health expert based on what we shared with them. I mean, it is just, it's really, so right now I'm thinking it's big, but I already know everything that's beautiful grows. Everything that has the right sunlight and rain grows.
Yes. You're just you're just getting started.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I see it very clearly, very clearly. And so what is your advice for other spiritpreneurs in terms of who also want to turn their mission into a movement? Like,
I'm going to tell you what did it for me. And I'm going to be totally honest here. I'm very transparent.
Yes.
That's one of the things. I'm transparent. Like, I will share my stuff. You know, I even share my testimonies.
Yes.
The painful things that I've come from. I share that. Why? I want to be relatable.
Yes.
I don't want to be up. I don't want to be one of those healers or spiritual people that are up here. You know, you can't touch me. I'm all, you know,
we're human. No.
Yeah, no, I am very, very, I feel you. I see you. I want you to see me. I want you to feel me. That's first. First things first is you have to tell your story. You have to be comfortable and heal to the point, because it's like an onion. You're constantly revealing layers, but you have to be healed to the point. You have worked through some shame in order to tell your story.
Yes.
You know, my story is, I call it from prison to purpose, you know? So I've been through abusive relationship, physically abusive relationship. I've been to prison, you know, I've been through, Section 8 food stamps. I've done all of that. You know what I'm saying? I've lived that life. I know what that feels like. So I can deal with my sister from over there in the projects, and I can deal with my sister over here in this boardroom.
Yes.
So just being myself, being very transparent, being yourself, and being authentic. It's an authenticity that has to come from you that people have to recognize. Like,
Yes.
she's serious about this work. Man, she's on her purpose. Man, she's real. I think I want to connect with her
because we all have bullshit meters, even if you know you don't know what it is, but you look at somebody and be like, something's not right. Yeah, you won't know what it is, but you be like, there's something that I'm not
feeling them.
Yes.
Something off. We had one sister, I loved her and I thought she was just sweet and I wanted to take a class with her. But the thing about it was she kept pressing me about this class, and I'm gonna tell you something else. It was a low paying class. It was like $10 to learn Reiki 1. And I was like, $10? And then she was pressing me for it. It didn't make me feel like her class was valuable and that I was really going to take anything from it that was going to help me grow, the way that she was pressing me and how she lowballed herself on her price. So we have to be very aware of that too. We have to really know our worth. We have to know our worth. We have to know the worth of our work. And when we put a price to it, even if it scares us, we have to stand on it because we know the time, the energy, and everything that was put into it. All the classes you've taken, all of the books you've read, all of the work you've done. If I say it's this price, then damn it, that's what it is.
Yes.
And those who want your authenticity and your purpose and your work will pay for what they want. So that's it. Authenticity. You have to be authentic. You can't be scared to be who you are and tell your story.
Yes. And I say all the time when it comes to your abundance, that pricing is a spiritual practice, and so again, like if talking about, like I said, we're on the banks of Senegal, where before maybe you would have brought me a pie. Now, I'm going to bring you an American Express card. It's a different exchange, but it's still an energetic exchange.
Yeah, I read the American Express card. Buy a pie with the American Express card.
Like, I'll get my own pie.
The black one at that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I one of the things also that I think that you have that's very valuable to share with other spiritpreneurs is that because we've known each other, I'm so proud of you. And like you said at the beginning, us seeing each other evolve over time. One of the things that you did was come into clarity with your business and your mission as you honed it and it evolved. And I know that before you had like 20 different websites and 20 different businesses and, this part and that part and that part, and really saying, okay, this is my winner right here. This is my star. And these are co-stars, but really organizing things a little bit different and shutting things down sometimes.
You helped me with that.
Yes. So speak on that.
You helped me with that. And the reason, and the way you was able to help me with that is because you had been through that. You were doing a lot of different things and out there, here and there and there and there. And you had learned how to bring it on in and it started being more prosperous for you. So what you did was started sharing that with us. And we seen your development from that. And I was like, okay, what she's talking about is obviously working because I see her change. I see her increase. I see, and I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about increase in connections, increase in visibility, things like that. I've seen the increase. So I came to you, was like, look, I need help with narrowing this stuff down because I'm over here, I'm over there. So what you helped me to understand is that when you have, this is what you told me, you said, when you have a lot of different visions and a lot of different businesses, you find the one thing that connects them all. Okay. Stick with the one thing that connects them all because that's the part of your brand. However, you have to brand yourself. You have to become the brand. That's what you told me. You said, because you're trying to spread yourself too thin doing 10 different businesses. But if you brand yourself, they can all be connected to you. And then you can connect with a one piece that pulls them together. You helped me with that. Thank you.
You are welcome, goddess.
Yes. Brand yourself.
Yes. And
the
today,
minister.
yes, the today.
Yes.
You are very clearly that brand. And it's interesting because I can see, you know, the copycats who, you know, with all due respect and due love,
Yeah.
who, you know, are taking your exact language, your exact things that you have created. And so what I want to just say to them with love is that you can never win by being a second rate somebody else. You know, you've got to be a first class yourself. Tap into your own magic. Tap into your own downloads coming to you from your ancestors. And so then it may be similar, and that's okay because it takes many of us to spread these messages.
Right.
But then people will be coming to you because you're you, rather than, oh, well, she's like a second rate Tracey. Let me go over here and work with you.
Right.
Yes.
And you know, that can actually be irritating at times. It really can. I do my best not to focus on it though, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't focus on it, because I don't want to expend any energy being upset about somebody trying to be like me. It's like, come on, click here. You're not trying to be like them. They're trying to be like you. So don't expend any energy. Look at it as a compliment, but at the same time, it can ruffle your feathers because you work very hard to put this information out here. And then when somebody kind of copies and pastes it and just uses a different picture, yeah, it pisses you off.
It does.
You did the work. But at the same time, this is what I always remember. Just like you copied and pasted what I did yesterday, I'm already on my next thing. So you're going to be forever trying to catch up with my shit.
Oh, yes.
Forever trying to catch up with me, sweetie. So I can't even focus on you because I got to focus on my race.
Yes. I had a boyfriend who he would say, you know, when I would be like, oh my God, this person, they copied it again. They took my thing. They put their picture and took my whole words. And he would say, you know, you're a leader. You don't need to look back at them, you know? And Spirit told me the same thing, like you just said, that, you know, energetically, you're already on the next thing.
Yeah. And they have no clue what it is. They're waiting. They're actually on your page waiting to see what you're going to do next. They have no idea. And then when you get it out there, you're already ahead of the game. So now they got to try to keep, every time somebody's copying and pasting you, they're only trying to keep up.
Yes. Oh, that's so important. That's so important. And so what I want to say, in addition to that, you know, to my spiritpreneurs, again, is that lineage matters. Lineage has always been a part of how we move forward and evolve as a community. And so there's nothing wrong with you learning from Goddess Tracey. If you want to, go and sign up for Love My Womb Academy, learn from her, you know, but you trying to steal and copy and paste, you're going to be out of alignment. Your womb is not going to be happy. You're going to be out of alignment. It's not about, you can't copy and paste your soul.
This is my juju.
Yes.
You ain't got my juju.
Nope.
You know, and plus I earned this juju.
Yes. And they're missing their own juju when they're focused on yours.
On mine. Right.
Yes.
And so you need to focus on, what juju are you bringing? What have you earned through your trials and error? What do you have? What blessings have you gained through the lessons of your testimony?
Yes.
See, that's important because you need to bring all of that over so that you can be authentically you, and we do the same work. We can do the same work, and you can be authentically you and I'm authentically me. And guess what? Like you tell us, our soul clients will come.
Yes.
They're going to connect with your authenticity. That's just how it works. So, you know, I'm a little flattered, but at the same time, do I want to, you know, sometimes slap shit out of them? Well, yeah. But do I give myself the energy to consume all of that? No, I just move ahead. Keep moving.
Well, let me ask you a coach question. What's going on with all of your copyrights, your trademarks? Is all of that tight?
Oh, it's all in place.
Okay.
All in place. Yeah, I had to do that, especially when a big magazine, an editor of a big magazine, copied and pasted my stuff.
I had that happen too.
I called the magazine and said, you guys need to be hiring me. If she's copying and pasting my stuff, y'all need to send me a check.
Yes, absolutely. And speaking of big magazines, let's look into your vision. Let's build a vision right now for you for 2020. Okay. So we have where there is increase that is coming. You have your soulmate clients who are finding you. Each one is teaching one, which is, you know, what we are wanting to do. So what would we like the vision to be for 2020 and beyond?
For 2020, I am raising my prices.
Good. Excellent.
I am nervous.
Okay. All right. What are the current rates? And then let's talk about
the current rate for our 3-day residential course, in where we provide curriculum, hands-on training, distributors, as well as learning how to do V-steaming, womb stimulation, clay wrapping and detoxing, and hot stone therapy, foot detox and air candling, with residential stay as well as food. It's running for $1,550. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's low. That's low for all of that.
We're going up to $2,550. We're going up to $1,550.
Okay, because this includes residential stay and food, and it's a certification, right?
Yes. Board certified certification. Yes. And it's a 3-day stay. It's like an educational retreat experience. Reason being, because the very first class that we do is self-care. During self-care, we're opening up some trauma issues. We need to be in a safe container, because you're going to be releasing. Yes. So it's very important that you be in a safe and sacred environment with your sisters. Very important. That's why each group that leaves here are usually sisters for life. Why? They've shared, they've been vulnerable, they've cried, they've screamed, they've shouted, they've gotten sick, they've slept next to each other in the same room in pajamas like a slumber party. Everybody's ate together, drank together, laughed, all of that. So that's literally what we're doing, is providing that sisterhood, so that when you do leave, you have another sister.
You have a community.
You have a community.
And so 22, how much is it? 2250 you're going up to?
Well, okay. I started off thinking 2250, and one of my great influencers was like, "Nah, you need to do 25."
I personally still think that that's low for all that you're offering.
Yes.
I still think that that's low for all that you're offering.
Now I'm gonna tell you why I'm a little nervous.
Okay.
But Spirit has also told me something, because I take everything that I plan on doing with this business, I take into prayer.
Yes.
I just don't jump out.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I take it into prayer, and I also have a husband. Me and him, we speak and we discuss things. So with this, I am a little nervous because not that I don't feel like it's not worth it. I know it's worth it, and even more. You know what I'm saying? I know it's worth it, what we're sharing. It's because of the client base that I've had some struggles paying the $1,550.
Okay.
But what Spirit has told me is that I am going to attract another clientele.
Yes. And so what I would challenge you to do is, ask your womb. Ask your womb what the rate should be. We don't know in this conversation. You're going to go ask your womb what the rate should be.
Yes.
And for people who, the beautiful thing is that you have other options. So if for somebody, they feel like, okay, I'm not ready for her $3,000 fee.
Okay.
If they're not ready for that, then they can do your online program. You see? And so you are offering, you're not boxing people out of the experience.
Right.
You still have, and then when your book is written, then for people who have even less, who maybe just want a little bit of an entry, there's that $10 or $20 book. And so, there's still, you're passing on the knowledge in a way that is still very community friendly, very accessible. And think about it this way: when we invest in ourselves, it feels so good when we know that, oh my goodness, I just invested in myself through this program.
Yes.
And now I'm going to go forward and spread this knowledge. That feels magnificent. And so there are people that are ready and willing and able and excited to invest in that, at that level. And there are people who may need the starter jump off first with doing it online. And some of those same people will come later and be in person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, there are those people. So we've got to just shift the energy, shift the vibration that, there are those people who want to invest in themselves on a higher place. And maybe you can do, I don't know what your payment plan or payment structure is. Okay, good. Yep. Okay, great. Do you also offer, there's PayPal financing that you can add to your, so that people can get, good, excellent. So, you're going to attract just the right people. And so one of the things that I want you to add to your agenda for 2020 is that we need to increase the media. We need to increase your visibility of you sharing your message and putting your message out there into the world. And so we need more podcast interviews. We need more blog interviews. We need all of those things.
More visibility.
More visibility. More visibility. So so we need the womb minister reaching out on different platforms. One woman I'm thinking about
people that came from the UK our other sisters.
Beautiful. Yeah. There's this beautiful woman who just interviewed me, and the interview came out yesterday, and her platform is named the Priestess Podcast. And her energy is so beautiful and so in alignment. And I think that you would be perfect, in addition to the things that you and I have spoken about privately, because some manifesting you've got to do privately. So we're sharing with you here on this podcast, but there's something that we're manifesting for Goddess Tracey privately, because sometimes, like you got to sit on an egg, like,
sometimes you got to move inside.
Yes. And so, I think that would be great. And what I want you to do is I want you to come up with a name for it, and it's a media tour. So the such and such tour. So, the Womb Minister tour, or the something tour 2020. And then when you approach these podcasts, think of, 10 that are in, an evolved space of wanting to have progressive and positive, beautiful, divine feminine energy conversations. And you're inviting them. Would they like to be a part of the Womb Minister or the Love My Womb? The Love My Womb 2020 tour. You're doing you're doing a virtual tour.
Let me write that down.
A virtual tour, the Love My Womb 2020 virtual tour, where you are going and spreading the beautiful gospel of womb healing, and you're inviting them to be a part of this beautiful tour.
Yes, thank you.
You are welcome. You're welcome.
Just what you do to me is what I do with my students.
Yes.
How you just like the ideas come from you and you just shoot them out there and be like, look, this is what you do, and this is what you do. That's the exact same thing I do with my students.
Yes.
Sometimes when I'm doing it, I think about you. I'm like, Amy,
well, like I say, every good healer or coach or teacher has their own healers and coaches and teachers. It's just it's the way that it, the beautiful way that this universe was designed was for us to help illuminate things for each other and turn on the light.
Love about our academy is that we don't leave you when the classes are over. Yes. Like you become part of our sacred, groups. We have monthly online meetings. We also have like the online school, so that when you come and you learn about how to become a vaginal steam practitioner, you also learn the business, because we teach you the business as well. So it's not like you're just going out there and be like, okay, well, how do I open up a V-spot? No, we give you all of that. So when you're done, you can also take other classes on our online academy, like Fibroids No More, how to help heal your sisters with fibroids. There's a lot of talk about these yoni pearls, these herbal detox pearls, and people don't a lot of times know what's in them and how to use them. We have a class for that. We also have a crystal egg class. People are talking about the yoni eggs and all excited. There's certain eggs you should not be putting all up in your punana. They have certain toxins. So we teach you the sensual holistic science of yoni eggs, the crystals, chakras. We also have free classes, and it's at Love My Womb Academy online. So when you're done with our school, you could actually go over there and take other classes to increase your knowledge. But I also mentor you from the group. So you don't, it's not like, okay, you paid us, you came to class, we gave you the information.
Now you're booted out, right?
You're on your own. No, I actually come in there, we answer questions. If I don't answer, one of the sisters that's in there will answer. Like, it's really a sisterhood and a community of women doing the work. We have doctors, we have nurses, we have doulas, midwives, we have farmers, police officers, mechanics. We have people that have never been in this type of element of healing herbs, nothing, that is out there making it happen.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank you for raising my vibration today. I needed your beautiful energy. And so, it's beautiful because every good teacher is also a great student, and the energy exchange of feeling your beautiful healing vibration was what I needed today.
Thank you for being my coach.
You're welcome. Thank you for being an amazing, beautiful spirit. And as a matter of fact, then let me just ask you briefly, if you could just say a word for somebody who may be on the fence and be thinking about the Spiritpreneur Academy, the Spiritpreneur Visibility Lab, and say, but I don't know, I never heard of coaching. It seems weird. Why should I do it?
Okay, well, I know for me and Abiola have been connected for a while now. So it felt right for me trusting her, with her being my spiritpreneur coach, with her guiding me. Like I said, I was all over the place. I had all these great ideas. I'm very, very creative. And so with all these ideas and all these different websites and all these different brands and stuff, I needed to learn how to bring it all together. For me, she was the one that I needed to go to. But not only does she help you as far as your branding, and she also helps you on how to market. Because a lot of times you leave classes and stuff, you don't know how to market yourself. You don't know what to do. You don't even know how to post on Facebook. You're just used to posting on a personal page. You don't understand what it is to have a business page. You don't understand what it really means to be in business and how to separate business from other aspects of your life. Sometimes we don't know how to do that. Abiola and her Spiritpreneur School has helped us to evolve to that point. She's also helped us to be visible. I know she helped me to be visible. I was good as long as I was writing my little blog and I was on radio and all that. Girl, she had us doing this visibility challenge. I never went in the group and was visible. I just started being visible on all my pages. I took it one step further. I ain't doing no damn homework. Hold on. Yeah, hi everybody. This is Tracey, Bryant, Swint, the womb minister, self-love guru. She had me. She said, brand you. And that's what I started doing. But she gives you so much. She gives the fire that she has for herself. She instills that in you. And I'm telling you, everything that she touches turns to gold. Everything that she touches turns to gold. And if you're authentic and if she's touching you, you need to have enough faith and belief in yourself that she is the one you need to connect with. Because I'm telling you, for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I had wrote on my my financial list for 2017. I said that I wanted to make $150,000 a year that year, right? Well, I so increased that. I made more like 300,000 that year. Like, I'm working on my $500,000 right now. That was after being with Abiola. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm over here trying to get that millionaire mindset.
Yes, and you know what? 2020, let's just claim it. It's your millionaire year.
Yes.
It's your millionaire year. It's not your $500,000 year. It's your millionaire year.
Oh, come on. Okay.
Yes. Yes. It's your millionaire year. Because think about it, you know, $1 million, to have $1 million business, 1,000 people purchasing $1,000 product.
Yes.
Okay, so you already have that. So it's now just ask your womb, because this is it. This is where you're going. Yes. And it's perfect that your other assistant did you a favor and moved out the way, because what got you there won't take you there. So you need now the next team for you, and you've got your beautiful partner, you know, and so you need now the next team to go further. So you got this. Yes. We declare it, we claim it.
I'm very confident, and I'm like I said, of course, nervousness is going to be there. You are sometimes going to have a little fear. That's normal. But let the fear motivate you. Let it motivate you. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's being scared and doing that shit anyway. You still got to push through. I'm telling you, that's what I do. And some mornings I wake up, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm be honest. I wake up, I'll be like, I got orders. I'm supposed to call some people. I don't have a handle on what it is I'm supposed to do. You know what I do in those moments? I just wake up and do what's required of me that day. I don't try to look ahead. I don't look behind. What's required of me right now? 30 orders. Okay, I got to call these 5 people. Okay, I got to go to the online school and I got to do some work over there. Okay, just do what's required of that day. And if it's not anything pressing on a date, if you didn't get it done on Monday, roll it over to Tuesday. Just get it done.
Yes. Okay. So that is the perfect place for us to leave this conversation. Goddess Tracey, you are a bright light on this planet. And I am so happy that we chose to incarnate here on Mother Earth at the same exact moment. I have a feeling that we have met in times before and before and before and before.
Yes. Yes. Our connection's too strong.
Yes, absolutely.